Are you aware that 1 in every 3 baby boomers will require mobility assistance in the next decade? As the aging population starts to grow, it's also become our golden chance to create innovative solutions to solve this gap. Join us on this episode where we discover Dan with his company how to create a lightweight mobility solution for our caregivers that are impacting our seniors. Welcome to Provider's Edge, the podcast that helps healthcare entrepreneurs and innovators break down barriers and control their business, life, and future with valuable action steps. With me, your host, Sabrina Runbeck, a recovered clinician and a business deal catalyst. Let's rewrite the rules and create a positive social impact while increasing your profitability. Dan Guthrie is joining us today. He is the CEO of Miracle Mobility, began in 2018. He has been the president of 3 different companies and have over 30 years experience selling consumer products. Miracle Mobility was recognized by 2020 by WK Weekly as a top healthcare company to watch, and it has been awarded Best in Florida for 2022 and 2023. Additionally, Miracle Mobility won Most Innovative New Product of the Year award for 2023 at Med Trade Expo, a trade show for medical equipment and manufacturing. And of course, it is also one of the 6 winners of the Health Tech Impact Award as part of Postpoint Pass's annual award giveaway. So thank you so much, Dan, for joining us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And I love it that you has been putting Miracle Mobility really up front and getting the recognition and entering and being nominated. And I think some other company might not have even thought about that. Getting yourself out there is not just what most people do, social media, cold outreaches, and sending emails, but actually being recognized for what you guys do. And so tell us, just to start, for the company that you guys have right now, who are the primary people that you support? And then what is the major solution you guys are able to deliver?
Sure. So Miracle Mobility is we have our motto is leading innovation in medical mobility. The company really kind of got started from when my father was needing to get to a doctor's appointment in downtown Chicago. He had a walker. He had to go about 6 or 7 blocks, and it took 30 to 40 minutes just to walk a few blocks. He could only go 2 blocks, had to stop, turn around, and rest. Then he could walk another 2 blocks, had to stop and turn around and rest and sit down. And it just wasn't the right mobility solution for him. And so we specialize in foldable electric wheelchairs, things that will collapse to the size of a suitcase, and you can put them in the trunk of your car. So you really don't need you've seen when you drive around, there are those vehicles that have those trailer hitch adapters for mobility scooters and wheelchairs. With our product, you don't need that. It will fold really to the size of a large suitcase, and you can put it in the trunk of your car, giving yourself a lot more mobility and flexibility and freedom. Our consumers aren't handicapped necessarily. They're seniors with limitations on what their mobility can be. So they're nervous about getting out, going to the park with the grandkids, and not having enough endurance to be able to enjoy it, or to be able to walk through the mall for an hour or so with the family. And so that really limits them. And I hear all the time, this chair is giving me my life back. I've been able to get out and do the things that I used to do. So we're really, in a very small way, changing people's lives and helping their golden years be a lot more enjoyable.
Yes, definitely. We see that from a clinician perspective. The elderly traveling is definitely a tough thing. only a small percentage of them are ambulating without any assistance whatsoever. And then you also see many people, especially after surgery, doesn't matter if they got orthopedics or something like myself in cardiothoracic surgery, we definitely want people to get mobile, but we don't want them to have a lot of strenuous activity. So how do they get around without being the support, or some of them are getting a rolling walker, but having something that's portable, just like you're saying, even you just going to grocery store, even just going to hang out at church, but getting into different path, right? From the parking lot all the way to the door, it can be tough for some other people. And majority of chairs that we have seen for sure are these big ones, right? You need to really charge them. You have to really have space in your own garage or in your house to store them. And if you go somewhere else, how are you locking them up and all these challenges? So it's amazing that you guys have thought about this.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So the studies that we've purchased show that 1 out of 3 baby boomers are going to need some type of mobility assistance in the next 10 years. So that's 27, 28 million consumers. Then you were talking about the weight and the chairs and how big and bulky. Ours are lightweight. They weigh about anywhere from 38 pounds to 60 pounds. So maybe a little bit more than a bag of dog food versus the traditional power chairs weigh like a couple 100 pounds. The batteries alone, those lead-based batteries alone could weigh anywhere from 30 to 35 pounds just by themselves. We use lithium ion batteries that weigh anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds, so it's significantly lighter. We try to use different composite magnesium aluminum materials that are a lot lighter. We've introduced one chair that was a carbon fiber chair. So, trying to make it as lightweight and as portable as possible is really the way to go.
Exploring the nexus of innovation and elder care, this episode delved into the transformative world of medical mobility aids. From affordable electric wheelchairs offering unprecedented freedom to critical roles of caregivers and the bright future of mobility technology, we uncover how these advancements are reshaping senior living, promising a more accessible and fulfilling future for the elderly. Quick pause, everyone. I'd love for you to take a screenshot of whatever device you're tuning in with us today and post it on LinkedIn. Tag me, Sabrina Runbeck, and share your thoughts on today's topic. Let's challenge the norms in your business and drive meaningful change in healthcare together. Now, back to our conversation. Let's dive into the second half of our show.
Yes, and it's all about convenience nowadays, especially they already have a mobility issues. How are they going to carry these things around? That really means the caregivers needed to be involved, and then we needed to make it as convenient for the caregiver as possible as well. So that being said, are you guys go-to-market strategy is more toward the patient themselves, the caregivers, or you are connecting with larger hospitals, associations to see how you can support their patients?
Yeah, we really haven't penetrated the hospital channel. Our primary outlet is big box. So we're selling through Walmart and Amazon and eBay. We used to be the exclusive brand at Costco. And now we are the preferred brand at Home Shopping Network. So we're selling a lot of our products on the Home Shopping Network. We launched last year with the 4-in-1. It's basically like the Swiss Army knife of mobility aids. It switches to 4 different mobility devices based upon what you need. So it can be used as a traditional rollator. It can be used as a lightweight transport chair. One of the really special features about this chair is usually caregivers. They're older caregivers, and they're having to push someone. If you've ever pushed someone in a transport chair for long distances, you know how heavy they can be over time. Our product, our 4-in-1, has a power assist on the back. So all you do is you put your thumb on a pad, and it self-propels. So It's really thinking of the caregiver also, not just the patient sitting in the chair, or it can transform to an electric power chair by itself. Now, what's really special about it is it doesn't have a motor on it. So, you know how bullet trains use magnets to propel them forward? So, our 4-in-1 uses the same kind of technology. It uses magnet technology, gives an electrical current to magnets, and the chair will move forward. So, it's kind of unique in the marketplace in that it's one of the few power chairs that doesn't even have a motor to it. It's all controlled by magnets. So, that's, just leading edge technology and design to really make the lives of those who buy our products a lot simpler and easier to use.
Yes, and it's about finding the unique ability and then related to other technology that is existing elsewhere, and now you're bringing into something that's convenient for patients' homes. So we know for you guys, has definitely congrats for all the success you guys have been able to bring in. Now we know every venture has its milestone. So tell us some of the major success that you guys have been experiencing in your journey so far.
The initial big hit for us was with Costco when Costco brought us on as their preferred brand, and we sold to Costco for a couple of years and had a great deal of success there. And then the next big milestone was last year when we launched with the Home Shopping Network. We did it with just one item to try to test it and see how it would go. And now they want to expand in 2024 to almost 7 SKUs. And then QVC, which is a parent company of HSN, also wants to have Miracle Mobility. So not only will we be just going from one online channel with Home Shopping Network, but we'll be doing 2. And instead of 1 SKU, we'll have 7. So the growth for 2024 is going to be exponential. We're really excited about that.
Yes, for sure. It seems like you guys definitely have found what works with these larger direct-to-consumer models. And seems like that has been working really well. Now, that being said, scaling for our listeners who are also healthcare entrepreneurs, and then some are physician executives. So share with them what are some of your tips when you're thinking about scaling companies. People are always going to face some type of challenges in this arena. So what can you tell them as learning lessons that you wish that you would have known?
Yeah, there's a lot of learning lessons there. Scaling is probably our greatest challenge. So having the resources, I have to buy containers from China. Now, I've been fortunate in that I've been doing product development with Chinese factories for over 20 years. I've been to China maybe 25 times. So I understand the process pretty well, and I understand how to work with the Chinese factories. But you still have challenges with the revenue and the scaling and having the capital. And there's different, we've worked with our bank. Then there's other short-term options that are out there. Some of them are pretty expensive. I've engaged with a couple of them that I wish I hadn't have engaged with. So that's really the toughest thing. And I think we could have grown much faster if we had the ability to scale better.
Right. It's about that intricacy is a supply chain seems to be one of the lessons that you want people to focus on. It's like, how do you quickly turn your product in the most effective way and then go direct to consumer, right? And then it's working on that back end.
Yeah, well, the issue is the time. So I have to pay for it before it leaves China. It's on the water for a month because I send everything to my warehouse in Savannah. And then I inventory it, I take it in, and then I try to sell. It takes a month or 2 to sell. And then I have 30 to 60 day terms with my customers. So it's going to be 4 or 5 months before I get paid on the dollar that I spend, which is a lot. That means you're outlaying a significant amount of capital before you are able to benefit from the revenue.
Right. Especially so for anybody who has a physical product, right? The lesson is, yes, you have to really consider what's the best way to have good cash flow. Just like you're saying, like you do have to fund the product. Even QVC is the same thing, right? They need you to have X amount of product available. And that means they come out of the owner's pocket. And then
That's
you're
right.
hoping to say, hey, we have a engagement for 20 minutes. You're hoping you can sell all of them. And then
Right.
and then all the money that you have from all the product that can go somewhere. Otherwise, you have to find other revenue. And then this money is still, while we have the product, how do we quickly get that turned around? So definitely.
Yeah.
And for most companies, cash flow is always the biggest hurdle, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, I'm blessed. I've got really good employees who are very good at what they do and are able to help me navigate a lot of the operational challenges that we have. The 20 years of experience also helps me to along the way. Everybody makes mistakes, right? So you learn from those and you try not to duplicate them again. But yeah, the cash flow thing is probably our single greatest challenge.
Exactly. And which is okay. Just like you're saying, people who gone into entrepreneurship, some of them, just like yourself, with years of experience, and those experiences are very much transferable into your current existing development and the venture that you're doing right now. And then it's about handpicking the right people to join you. So then you can feel super supportive. And mostly it's not even just they are very skilled, but they are in the good attitude, attribute, and are super joyful to just be around with. So you can actually agree with this mission and then pushing through all together. So I know in any situation, it's about finding the right support and then also be able to ask that one clear specific need that you have so people know how to support you. So with everybody who's listening, how do you like our listeners to support you right now?
Boy, that's really a tough question to ask. For us, we've worked very hard for our brand to build a reputation. We have outstanding Google reviews. We have outstanding reviews from our customers, and even with the Better Business Bureau. Usually, people like to send notices to the Better Business Bureau when there's a problem, right? But if you go to the Miracle Mobility one, we've got outstanding 4 or 5-star reviews, and we've worked really hard. Our reputation is very, very important to us, and we want to do the right thing. So, if we ever get a chance to get, people trust those reviews too. So, if we ever get a chance to engage with our customers, we ask, hey, if you don't mind. Now, the tough thing for us is most of our consumers are in their 70s and 80s, and my parents can't really even text back when I text them, or I can't send them a picture because they don't know how to open it. So it's challenging for us to get decent reviews from our customers just because they're just not tech savvy to do it. But when they do, we get some really, really nice responses. And when you see them, some of them will say, hey, listen, I bought the chair. It wasn't for me. I didn't like it. But, Miracle Mobility honored their 60-day return policy, or they worked with me on giving me something else, or they took care of me in another way. That still means a lot, right? That people know that they can trust you and trust your company. And I think that's one reason why we won Best in Florida, because that's voted on by consumers. And so I think our reputation is pretty solid.
That's amazing. And for you, it's really staying behind that reputation. And because at the end of the day, it's not just about finding new customers, and that can be a chore in itself to continue to find customers, but it's for the customers that you already have who love you, who believing in you guys and knowing they're being super supported, then they become your champions to spread message for you. And that become a lot more powerful. And we know for any referral partners, those are what is 3 times higher marketing conversion rate than any other methods. So props for you guys for keeping up with your amazing reputation. And then I'm guessing what you're really asking for listeners who are leaders in this space is be curious and learning and knowing this solution do exist for their families, for their patients. And if they have a good relationship and good story to tell, please share a review with you.
Right. Exactly.
Awesome.
Today, we delved into the significant impact of affordable electric wheelchair and other advanced mobility aids in seniors' independence. These devices offer freedom and ease, envisioning a future where seniors can move freely without limitations. This episode focuses on the crucial role of caregiver support and the promising future of medical mobility, inviting you to be part of the mobility revolution. This goes beyond merely technological progress. It's a call for societal revolution, emphasizing our shared responsibility in creating a future where every senior is experiencing a life without barrier. How do you plan to support this essential cause? If you're listening and thinking, I have a story that could inspire, then I would love to hear from you. Do you believe your journey could motivate others in healthcare? Apply to see if you qualify to be one of our speakers. Just visit sabrinarunbeck.com/guests with S. Let's share your success and spread the inspiration further.
What would be the best way for people to find out more? Either is to, do they usually connect directly with your team or go on website? What's the best way to connect our listeners to you?
Yeah, well, we have a website. It's miraclemobility.com. You can go there and learn about our products and our services. We also have an 800 number that you can call, or you can call myself directly. I don't mind that either. My number is 407-209-9424, or go to miraclemobility.com or send an email to info@miraclemobility.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you might have.
That's awesome, because nowadays, just like you're saying, when people are more senior, they wanted to be able to talk to someone right away, and text message is more difficult, and survey versus people in the industry, if they wanted to quickly reach you guys to learn more and potentially help their community, then definitely reach out to Dan. Visit Miracle Mobility website to learn more, and then see how you can support your loved ones, your caregiving community, or you are a leader in your organization to see how they can support your patients as well. Thank you everyone for listening in today. Please leave us a review if you like our show, and reach out to Dan for any future conversation.
In an era where technological advancements meet the everyday needs of our seniors, the evolution of medical mobility aids represents a significant leap forward in improving their quality of life. Today's episode explored the journey of medical mobility from affordable electric wheelchairs to the supportive role of caregivers, envisioning a future where mobility constraints no longer binds the spirits of our elderly community. Here are the 6 major points discussed. Number 1, revolution of mobility aids, highlighting the shift toward affordable, portable electric wheelchair that promise freedom and independence. Number 2, innovation at its best, exploring cutting-edge materials and technologies like lithium battery and carbon fiber, making mobility aids lighter and more durable. Number 3, empowering seniors beyond mobility, addressing how these innovations restore autonomy, allowing seniors to release their life's simple pleasure once again. Number 4, the role of caregivers, acknowledging the enhanced design that ease the physical strain on caregivers, fostering a supportive environment for both parties. Number 5, the future of medical mobility, envisioning a future brimming with potential led by devices like the 4-in-1 mobility aid that adapt the evolving needs of seniors. Number 6, join the call to mobility revolution, urging healthcare professionals, caregivers, and innovators to contribute toward a future where every senior can live without bounds. We invite you to share your experience and insight with us. Post on LinkedIn and tag Sabrina Runbeck, and let us engage in a dialogue that could steer our collective success toward a more prosperous and efficient future. Tell us, what role do you see yourself playing in the mobility revolution for our seniors? Thank you for tuning in to Provider's Edge podcast. We hope you enjoy our latest episode and found the insights and tips helpful. We'd love to hear your feedback on the show and learn what topics you'd like us to cover in the future. So please take a moment to leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform and let us know what you think. Your feedback is essential to help us improve the show and provide you with the content you need to take your healthcare business to the next level. Thank you for your support, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.